shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. Here's Miles Sanders, the rookie second-rounder from Penn State. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Just like that. Just like that.
Check 52. Hey, Sam off.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
Hey, Delta. Let's go.
Throwing on 3rd down, Greer. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Set. Secure. 51. Let's go, 1-1. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 30 yards.
And a Panther 1st down.
Ready. 60 out, run. 60. Going fast. Here we go. Here we go.
Now Haskins on 1st down. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there, a 22.
Here we go.
1st down, Carolina.
The 2nd-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. John Ross, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Texans nothing. Josh Lambeau sets the kickoff.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly? And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
I don't know about you, but if I'm the offensive line coach right now, I'm having an absolute fit. This team that they're going against has 3 sacks, yet they rank dead last in the league in sacks coming into this game.
Maybe overlooked them a little bit?
Could be. I don't know if it's the scheme. I don't know if they've just gotten fortunate along the way. I have no real great answer for it, but we're seeing something you don't often see.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Now it's Greer. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to make it 4th down. The Texans send the punter out, standing just about on his own goal line. Taking it about the 16. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Our first update now comes from Atlanta, and it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Dancing to his left, and now he'll let this one go deep. Back, it's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Carolina. Mecole Hardman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you can get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
They'll run with Sanders. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And down to the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key to left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left. Roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. DJ Moore. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
24-yard gain on the play.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
That's going to be a long day.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
On first down, it's Haskins. Throw left side, complete to Ross. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
To John Ross. It's a gain of 25 yards. And
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Haskins looking to throw on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Ross. And they'll get this down to the 10. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. Haskins now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive, where they'll be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal.
Set, ready. Somebody in me. Somebody got man. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. John Ross, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now 21-7.
21, Texans 7.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Greer now on 2nd down. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is will he be able to bounce back in the next one, because right now, this has not been his game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, Got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now on 2nd and 13, Haskins. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A gain of 28 yards there, and give him a first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
First down, Panthers.
Ready? 60 out low. Here we go.
From the red zone now, Haskins on first down. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for, and it's third down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Now Haskins, third and long. Over the middle to Smith. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. Now it's Haskins. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. To try again after the sack, Haskins escaping the pressure right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Carlos Dunlap picks up his second sack of the afternoon. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Going deep down. It got his man complete. The first play of the second half, a big success, over 30 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Haskins now just one misfire so far after that last completion, 15 of 16. It's first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. John Ross there to make the grab. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing, the ease in which he's doing it.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
The Texans take over first down at their own 25-yard line. The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick, and he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick-6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick-6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And fresh off the pick-6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down.
Come on, boy.
Greer looks to throw. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Hard, hard. Get it.
On 2nd and 9, Greer. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Back at the 38-yard line.
You ready?
Fight 51, Mike 51.
Let's pick it up.
Rock it. Let's go.
Play action. It's Greer. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Greer, he's going to look deep for more. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Troy Apke. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
He's coming, double up.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Here's Haskins. He'll rifle this one deep right, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. John Ross, 60 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Set up, 30 base. Hey, Haywood.
Mike 51.
Greer will look to throw on second down. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
See what I did?
And he's going to go down again.
Well, Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, this ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But, yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they've put it all together. And I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Haskins. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
2nd down, Haskins. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Carolina. John Ross, 61 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flushed from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Now on 2nd and 13. Greer looking left side. That's caught by Landry. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 18.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his 1st catch of the game. Big reason why. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the rookie linebacker from LSU, Devin White. Now the Texans will burn the 1st of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their 2nd meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the 1st one and blew out the Seahawks.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Going deep downfield for... And this is caught. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. Well, I'm sure he likes his performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the 4th quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see, and other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Hey, turn it up. Check 15.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right?
No,
I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's going. She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Lambo to add on the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
The score, Panthers 56, Texans 7. Josh Lambo set to kick off.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Forced out, and the pressure gets to him again. Jonathan Allen able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Texans on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now Greer. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
A play fake. Now Greer to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Back to throw, Greer. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Greer now, 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Greer with one final throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. The extra point is good, but it only impacts the final score as this game comes to a